Hey guys, Alicia from Love Letter Generation. Hope you're all doing well. I am on here with a new challenge with my beautiful friend Tennille, Paper Milkshake. I will leave her link down below, but you guys know who she is, or you should. So for this challenge, we decided to do a parasol, like mini loaded pockets, only I don't know, I kind of cheated a little bit and I did like a mother and child loaded pocket. It's just kind of what I was feeling at the time. I thought while I'm making a small one, I may as well make a medium-sized one as well. So I will get into the baby or the mini loaded pocket first. So I know it's been a while since we've done a challenge, but yeah, you know how it gets. It's been very busy. I know Tennille has been extremely busy with work as well as I, so we're finally able to get a chance to sit down and do some crafting. So we thought, why not start with Parasol? So I ended up doing my loaded pocket a little bit differently to how I would usually do it. So usually I would just stick a loaded pocket down with some double-sided tape on the sides, or that's how I used to do it in the past. Only now I have been trying to do things a little bit differently, and I ended up creating like a sort of gusset on the side of my loaded pocket, just so then you can fit more goodies into the pocket. So as you can see there, it gives it quite a good amount of room when you just add that gusset in the side there, and you could do it as many like folds as you're wanting to, for if you're wanting your pocket to stick out a lot more so you can fit more items inside. And I also used a little bit of Jen Hadfield Stardust as well as Maggie Holmes Parasol to create these. So this is my smaller one. I've got a pretty rosette on the top here. And this was gifted to me by Anne Marigold Blossoms, who's another extremely talented like crafter. And I decorated it. I ended up using some beautiful gold thread. And then I cut out one of the pages from Jen Hadfield's Stardust collection. I don't know why I've got Dear Lizzie on my mind for some reason. And I used my brother's Scan and Cut, and it made extra ephemera pieces for me. So I thought I'd use that. All the colours in these collections go really well together. I find that they just coordinate beautifully. So that's why I sort of did a bit of a mix. And yeah, I thought it turned out really pretty. I tried to add some purples into this mini loaded pocket here. I just think the purples with the pinks is really pretty. And it's not something I would usually do. I ended up using my new like vintage Nouveau drops as well. I've got the little Parasol puffy stickers on the top there. Sorry, my tummy is making a very strange noise. I ended up using the Parasol cardstock, and to make it so it's nice and sturdy, I ended up adhering down some 6x8 patterned paper onto another 6x8 patterned paper, just so it gives you that good sort of sturdiness. Because I am finding that a lot of the papers lately, I don't know, the quality don't seem to be as thick. and I didn't want it to be all flimsy like. So I ended up using my sewing machine just to stitch around the edges to give it that nice detail, and I thought this gorgeous bow pattern paper went perfect with this sort of mustardy yellow polka dot paper. And then I just popped this little iridescent paper clip that was gifted to me as well on there, just for a little extra detail. So I thought the colours turned out so pretty. So inside my loaded pocket, I ended up including it's like a set of die cuts for the recipient to create their own embellishment. So it's almost like a little, like, big round vintage pendant sort of frame, like die cut or die that I used. They could use this to add into also a tag flip if they wanted to, or make tags out of it. And then I also included these pretty little enamel heart stickers. The colours go perfect with the Parasol collection. Then I ended up creating a really beautiful sequin mix. I'd have to say it's probably one of the best sequin mixes I have ever made. It just reminds me of the carnival, like fairy floss, like all those pastel sort of fairy floss colours. Just so pretty and magical. And I hope the loading, I can't talk lately. I hope the lighting's okay. It is it's sort of a dark, dreary day here today, and it started raining. And then I made a couple of cute little wooden embellishments, so the recipient can just stick these onto their projects. And I just pop them in these little pink bags here that they can reuse as well. And I just used a circular hole punch and just punched out a lot of the images from the Parasol paper pad and also some of the Parasol cut aparts. And usually I would put one of my like glitter domes on top, but I wanted to keep them more sort of like natural this time, natural looking, so you can see the image really well and clear. And then we also have inside this loaded pocket this little set of stamps that the recipient can pull apart or cut apart and use these to create their own embellishments if they like. So you could basically, with this, decorate. You could use like one of the stamps you could stick on there. You could pop one of the button embellishments, and you could add some of the little heart enamel dots. Oh man. My husband was just saying to me the other day that I need to go into a nursing home because my mind just is not the same anymore. It's like I'm starting to lose it. And yeah, he's definitely right. I'm just don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm extremely happy with how this little loaded pocket turned out. It's so pretty. The colours are absolutely gorgeous. So I had a lot of fun making this, and I can't wait to see how Tennille's turned out. I know that she's going to have some really pretty little loaded pockets as well. And then I have my, I guess, medium size loaded pocket here. So this one is a lot bigger. And yes, the challenge was to be mini, but like I said, I couldn't help myself. Oh, and now I've got things popping out the side everywhere. So this one you will see a lot more parasol on the front. So I basically did like a tulle ruffle when you stitch that. Actually, I'll be able to show you because I have some. I'll just pop that back in there because I'm not ready to share that yet. So I ended up with my sewing machine and this beautiful daisy tulle. I just made like one of those pretty tulle ruffles, and I use this to cut up and layer behind embellishments and things like that. It's so pretty. So that's what I used on the front there. And then I popped some chipboard. This piece here is actually from Jen Hadfield Stardust. It's one of her embellishment stickers, but I thought these collections go so perfect together. Then I added the cute little bunny from Parasol, the little puffy stickers, so you guys can see they're everywhere. I'm loving these like sort of indigo blues in this collection. So pretty. And I used some Nuvo drops as well. Don't know if you can see, I've used some glitter Nuvo drops on the rabbit's cheek there. And I've also done it on the flowers. Just wanted to give it a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so inside this loaded pocket, again, I just have some of these die cuts, so they can use those to create something. I made a heap of these really pretty wooden embellishments. Just got sequins stuck in there. I shouldn't have probably done that because now they're inside the wooden pack. But I ended up recycling some old Prima packaging to stick these wooden buttons in or on. The colours are so beautiful. There's just a fun little sequin mix in there as well. And all the recipient has to do is basically just take these out of the packet. I might get rid of some of those sequins because they're a bit too big and they're going to get stuck. That big flower in the way. See, it was being a stubborn one. But you can see how I wanted to sort of keep these wooden embellishments more sort of natural looking. I thought about grabbing my husband's Mod Podge and popping some over these, but then I was like, no, I actually like the matte finish look. Really goes with the collection. And all the recipient has to do is I've just adhered these with some glue dots, and they just have to take them off and then they can stick them onto whatever project they want to. So I'm really happy with how these turned out. So pretty. But now I have used up all my wooden circular pieces, so I'm going to have to get more. Okay, so the next thing is again that gorgeous sequin mix that I made. It really does remind me of like fairy floss. I am just loving these colours. I think I'm going to have to try and make it again, like try and replicate it if I can. I ended up using like lots of pastel colours, so like pale lemony colours, like really pale sort of mint green and pinks and lilacs. And different shapes and sizes. I even added some diamond dots in there. I don't know if you can see them. I'll give it a bit more of a shake. But I tried to include like some of the mustard yellows that are in this collection, and I've used some mustard yellow diamond dots in this mix. Here comes the rain. It's absolutely pouring now. Okay, and then I ended up creating, it's like a little sort of, I guess, journaling card or a stationery card. So I ended up cutting out some of the parasol, I believe it was a 6x8 paper pad, and then grabbing one of these pieces here out of the, it's like the stationery pack that you can buy. I then added one of the parasol, like sort of like the transparent stickers that you get out of the sticker book. And then I popped down some yellow washi and did some like zigzag stitching just to give you a fun little like piece. So you could pop this in a diary or a journal or, you know, scrapbooking layout, anything really. And then I added a couple of little just bits and pieces out of the papery pack. So you've got these like vintage sort of papers here, and then some of those stamps like I popped in the mini loaded pocket. Very pretty. And then lastly, we have some rosettes, which I added like a little bow and then like a little sequin cluster onto that bow there. And recycled some old packaging. And then we have the loaded pocket there. So it's sort of like a medium size loaded pocket. And I did the same thing with like I did with the mini one, and I created like a gusset on the side there. And I didn't want to waste any paper, so that's why I made two, basically using the same 12 by 12 paper sheets from the paper pad. So there we go, guys. There's my little loaded pocket and medium-sized loaded pocket for mine and Tennille's recent challenge. Please go check Tennille out. Like I said, whatever she has made is, I think, going to be so cute, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she has done myself. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your love and support, and thank you to Tennille for doing another challenge with me. Take care, guys. Bye.